I'm going to be ranking the best free cards right now in NBA 2K23. My team, we have a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30 to 35 of the best free cards currently in the game. You guys can let me know in the comment section down below, who are your guys' favorite free cards to be running on your lineup, which ones you guys currently using, and of course, let me know what you guys would change about my free card tier list. But first free card here is going to be Benedict Mathurin, who I think is probably somewhere in the B tier category. Still a very decent 2-guard. He's 6'7" with a 6'10" wingspan. He's going to be a good offensive shooting guard, 92 3-ball, 92 mid-range, pretty quick as well, 95 speed, 95 acceleration, good at going to the basket with a 95 driving dunk and a 95 vertical. You take a look at his animations. I mean, his jump shot's only on quick timing, but still a very solid release. And then he does have the D-Mitch size up and the Kobe Bryant escape. So all around, a very just solid free card in the game. I think he's probably going to be somewhere in B tier. Mike Bantam, I think he's got to go in the S tier category. One of the best small forwards still till this day. I would say somewhere in that top 10 range, and he's a 6'9" small forward with a 7'1" wingspan. I mean, the card plays good all around defense. He can knock down threes, drive to the basket. He's got such an easy jump shot to green with the Kyle Kuzma base and the Rudy Gay upper on quick timing. And then just like Benedict Mathurin, has the D-Mitch size up and the Kobe Bryant escape. But I do think Benedict Mathurin easily an S tier free card in the game. I would say Bradley Beal somewhere in C tier. He's just an okay point guard. Nothing too great about the card, but nothing too terrible. Alonzo Mourning honestly is S tier. I think he's one of the best. He could be the best free card in the game. I know that sounds crazy to say. I think he probably is the best free card in the game. Him or Steve Smith, probably the two best free cards. He's 6'10" at the power forward spot, 7'6" wingspan, which is insanely good for a power forward. He's also got an amazing player modeling game. His stats are basically all above a 95, except for his ball handle being at an 86, and then his 3-ball being at a 91, which which I believe most coaches do upgrade. For example, Monty Williams gives that +5 3-ball. I think it's actually the perimeter centric. So for example, if you have Jerry West, he is going to literally have 92 in the ball handle, and everything else is going to be above a 95 for the stats. Even without the coach boost, I mean, his stats are ridiculously good. Amazing athletic card. He's an elite defender, has pretty much every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game. But honestly, that's not the best thing about this card. It's actually when you go to his animations, you can see he's got the John Wall base and the Rudy Gay upper for his jump shot on very quick timing. That's going to be the exact same release as Dark Matter Dr. J, except it's going to be on very quick timing. And then he's also got some of the best dribble sigs in the game as well, with the D-Mitch size up, the Trey escape, MJ dribble style, Dame behind the back. I mean, he's one of the best power forwards in the game, and I think easily a top 5 to 7 free card in the game. Billy Knight, I think you also got to go in S tier. A very elite 2-guard in the game. He can knock down a 3-ball and still play very solid defense, especially with the dynamic duo with Mike Bantam. I think both those guys, even without the duo, is going to be in the S tier category. Charlie, I would say, is probably A tier. I think he's still probably an A tier free card. Plays good defense. He's got a good jump shot. Only 6'9" at the 4, and maybe not the best defensive stats in the world or badges, but I still think you probably got to put him in A tier. Dark Matter Hakeem Olajuwon, easy S tier free card. I don't think it's really a debate for Hakeem Olajuwon. He's one of the best bigs currently in my team, and still one of the best, if not the best free card. He's 7 foot at the power forward position, 7'3" wingspan, plays elite defense in game, 97 block, 98 interior defense, 90 steal, 91 perimeter. He's got almost every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. And then I think his jump shot could be a little bit better, but it's still pretty knocked down in the pick and pop. Easy to green off in the catch and shoot, just maybe not the best off the dribble 3, which you're not going to be taking too many with Hakeem Olajuwon anyway. So I think he's going to be an S tier free card. Alex English, same tier as Benedict Mathurin, very similar shooting guards, have quick releases, just going to be okay other than that. Dr. J, I would say, is probably still A tier just because of his animations, his stats, and his badges. He's still a Dark Matter card. I think you got to give him A tier when we're talking about the best free cards in the game. Danny Ferry also going to be an S tier. There's going to be so many, S tier free cards in the game because there's really I would say a big difference between like a Dr. J and a Billy Knight. There's like a pretty big gap where I don't think Billy Knight can be an A tier. For example, at the power forward position, Alonzo Mourning, Hakeem Olajuwon, there's a really big gap between those power forwards and then Charlie. So those S tier free cards, I think there's going to be a lot in S because they're so much better than every other card on this tier list. Danny Ferry, 6'10", 6'10" small forward, an elite jump shot, still one of the better offensive threes in the game, and I think he's going to be an S tier. Gus Gerard, I would say, is probably C. I mean, he's just like a decent overall small forward, nothing too great about the card, just very average and very mid across the board. I think this is Herb Williams. He's most likely going to go in D tier. Only has his release on normal timing, and the rest of his stats, I mean, are solid, but this jump shot just isn't going to be great. I think he's most likely going to be in that D tier category. Tyler Hero, I think you got to go A tier. He's still a very good offensive point guard, can knock down threes, but once again, I just don't think is on the same level as anybody in S tier, but still a pretty good offensive point guard for the free category. Isaiah Thomas, he's 6 foot, man. He's 6'1". He's just got to go in D tier. I know you can still probably have fun with this card if you want to use him because he's a dark matter or he's your favorite player, something like that. Or you like the Detroit Pistons, and then he's still a fun card to be using, but he's 6'1" at point guard. I mean, he's just really not going to be that great of a card. Justin Jackson, easy A tier, on the same level as a Julius Erving at the shooting guard position. I might drop Dr. J down into B tier just because his release is on normal timing. I would say Jared Jeffries is also probably an A tier. Still a very elite small forward in the game. He's like 6'10", or I think he's 6'11", right? I think he's a 6'11" small forward. Yeah, he is, with a 7-foot wingspan. Maybe not the greatest stats, you know, across the board for the card, but he's 6'11" at the small forward spot. Does have a very good jump shot. Just wish he had better dribble sigs, and he could honestly be a lot higher than the A tier category. Jerry Lucas, I would say, is probably C tier. Once again, I believe he only has his release on normal timing, which is just a huge flaw for these type of cards, but at least he can play small forward. He's got the Kyrie escape, which is not that bad, and he's 6'8" at the 3. I'm gonna go probably C tier for Galaxy but Jerry Lucas. Kevin Garnett, I think, is very close to being in the S tier category. I think he's gonna be super high A tier. He's elite at the power forward position, has a great jump shot. We know KG is still a very good defender. Yes, he's not his dark matter version who can play shooting guard and small forward, but this Galaxy Opal is still gonna be a top tier free card currently in the game. Muggsy Bogues, I know I kind of want to troll and put him in like A or S tier, but Muggsy Bogues, 5'3" at the point guard position. I also do want to mention, if you guys are watching the video, let me know your guys' favorite free card in the game and what free cards you guys want to see more of in the future, because right now there's just really not that many great free cards being consistently put into the game. We haven't had a free card since, other than yesterday when we got Alonzo Mourning and Gilbert Arenas, we haven't had a free card since season 6 drop. Basically, I think we got like that Ruby Lil Wayne, or who is it, Lil Yachty, I think he was like the only free card we got, and that's just like some celebrity card. So an actual free card we haven't got since season 6 dropped, which was almost like, I think, 3 weeks ago. So let me know all the type of stuff about free cards in the comment section down below. I would say Nate Thurman is probably a solid B tier. Same thing with Olo Wakandi. They're just great free bigs in the game. I'm not sure if they're on the Alonzo Mourning, Hakeem Olajuwon, KG level, but they're going to be very solid for a free center and a free power forward. I think Olo Wakandi still has a decent jump shot and a very good player model. Gilbert Arenas, am I crazy to say S tier? I think he's probably going to be in the lower tier of S, but I still think this card is an absolute beast on the offensive end. I know he's going to be undersized compared to the top point guards in the game, only being 6'4", but he does have a 6'9" wingspan, and this man on the offensive end is one of the best offensive point guards in the game. Great all-around stats and badges for the offensive side of things, and then you take a look at the animations. He's got the O-shape reset base, the Oscar Robertson upper on very quick timing. He's got the Kemba size up. He's got the Curry escape. He's got the trade leaner. He's got the MJ dribble style, quick drops off one. He's got the front clutches. I mean, even his tendencies are not terrible for a point guard card who's a little bit undersized. I think Gilbert Arenas is most likely going to be an S tier free card. Purvis Ellison also got to go an S. I think he's slightly better than Danny Ferry and one of the best free cards currently in the game. He's just better than Danny Ferry on the defensive end, and I do like his jump shot a tad bit more, but I do think it's very close at that small forward position. Pete Maravich, I'm gonna go super high A tier. I think him and Kevin Garnett are both going to be in the high of A tier. I mean, Pete Maravich, still a really good offensive point guard, can still score in bunches at a very high level if you do know how to use the card effectively. Ray Allen, I think you gotta also go A tier. I think Justin Jackson might be slightly better. Dr. J, I would probably go Ray Allen. I'm gonna move Dr. J down to B tier just because his release is on normal timing. It's just gonna be so hard to justify a card being an A tier, even if they have their release on normal timing. I know he's got great stats, he's got great badges and really good dunking animations. He's great at going to the basket, still can dunk at a very high level. but it's just like he's got his release on normal timing. It's going to be a super slow jump shot. Glenn Rice, easy A tier. I kind of want to go S tier for Glenn Rice. I think I will because I like him more than like a Ray Allen, a Justin Jackson at the shooting guard position, and I think he's slightly better than Pete Maravich and Kevin Garnett. Ryan Hollins, I kind of also want to go A tier. I think he's a very underrated free center in the game. I do like him. You know, I'll go B tier. I like him a little bit more than Oluwakendi and Nate Thurman. Malik Sealy, I think I'm gonna go, I do got to go S as well. There's just so many great free cards in the game at that top level. That is Malik Sealy S as well. I think you got to go S because of his defense. Still an elite defender in the game. Just wish he had maybe a little bit better of jump shot and dribble sigs. This Pink Diamond Shaq, I'm gonna go in C tier. Like, he's an okay card, he just can't shoot a 3 ball, so I don't think he's as worse as like a Muggsy Bogues or Isaiah Thomas, but I think he's got to go in D tier. Shaw Livingston and Steve Smith both got to go in the S tier category. There's so many, I will say this, there's so many top tier level free cards in the game. There's just really not that many great cards from, like, you know, the lower A tier down into D. Like, for example, Franz Wagner, I'm gonna go most likely maybe B or A. I'm gonna go A tier for Franz Wagner, and then also in A tier is gonna be Gali Sopoyi. Like, look in S tier, all these cards in S tier are super elite cards at their position that are still very runnable in game with the top tier cards. Like, you got Steve Smith, Alonzo Mourning, probably top 3 to 5 cards at their position. You know, Hakeem Olajuwon, a great power forward, Purvis Ellison, amazing power forward. There's just really not too many great like lower tier, you know, free cards in the game, and I don't think I want to like balance out the tier list and move any of these guys down to A, because I think all these cards in S tier are a step above all the cards in A, B tier, and those lower categories as well. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my free card tier list? Hopefully we do see some more free cards in the future, because like I mentioned earlier, the free cards have been really lacking in season 6. You know, we just got Alonzo Mourning and Gilbert Arenas, but I hope we see some more consistent free cards here in the future. But let me know what you guys think about that stuff in the comment section down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.